All you want is my hunger. All you need is my pain. Nothing in between, never met you lost. When you were born there was thunder, fire lit in the sky as to lead astray.
Okay, hopefully this is my final lighting and audio test here, because I'm tired of doing them. In a lot of these first videos, I'm gonna start them off by summarizing who I am and what it is that I do as a person and a videographer, so that you guys can get a little bit more familiar with my experience and what it is exactly that I do. I was thinking about making a series of videos on what it is that I do on the weekends, which is shoot live events, like weddings, it could be sweet 16s, quinceañeras. But for the sake of this series, I'm gonna just summarize. So for the sake of this series, I wanna just shorten that to weddings. And maybe throughout the series, I can touch on how different events require different techniques or equipment. I think there's a lot of different ways that you could go about shooting a wedding, but again, for the sake of this video, I think there's really only 3 core ways that you should be doing. So the first, and personally my favorite, would be a music video style of wedding video, which really is the easiest way to go about shooting a wedding. It's very artsy, so you can play with it. There's really no boundaries that you can set for yourself. And this is more just capturing the highlights and the entirety of the day without having to really go into fine detail about everything, when you can pretty much just summarize everything in a pretty short span. The second style I would say is very popular, but it is also the most time consuming, which is the more documentary style. This style requires a lot of memory out of your devices and a lot of patience and consistency out of you. This is why I consider it to be a little bit tougher than the other 2 styles, is that you have to really work on your consistency, and consistency is hard to nail anywhere. You can do it for sure, but as I said, it's a little tougher. And the third style would be a mix of the first 2 styles. And I've noticed that clients really like this style because you put your own artistic value into it, but you also capture the behind the scenes and a lot of the prettier moments without neglecting what you might consider a more minor detail. And this is a style that I usually shoot in. And the major point of this video is for you to find your own style and something that you're comfortable with. Maybe you're better at the first style than you are at the second style, or maybe you're good at a different mixture of the 2, or maybe you do a completely different style that has nothing to do with it and it's very abstract, or however you want to do it. Make sure you find it, you nail it, you find your style, and you find consistency in what you're doing. And not only consistency, but you want to be consistent at getting better. Not consistent at doing what you're already doing, but consistent at perfecting your craft. And that's not to say that I've perfected my craft, because that's nowhere near the truth. To be completely honest, I mess up all the time, but that's where I get to work on my patience and my consistency, and I really try to evaluate my own work while I'm editing so that I can really see what I need to work on, or what maybe would be more efficient for my style, whether it would be when I'm shooting or when I'm editing, and just to find a really good structure for myself to really, again, be as efficient as possible. It's really about finding your strengths, your weaknesses, and honing them in and finding a balance and structure for your style of video. And just like that.
In a year or 2, would you set your eyes on me? Wear your heart on your sleeve, nothing in between.